chosen one. Just like Enoch, God will remove you to reveal who you really were. If your heart feels stirred even a little while reading this, do not ignore that quiet pull, because something deeply important is being placed before you right now. Something gentle yet powerful that could change how you see your life forever. And if you understand it, you may step into a peace and purpose that was always meant for you. Type 2020 if you believe. There is a quiet truth moving softly through your spirit right now, and it is not loud or forceful, yet it carries a deep urgency that cannot be ignored, because it is coming from a place of love that knows your pain, your confusion, and every silent tear you have carried without anyone noticing. You have walked through moments where you felt unseen, where your efforts felt wasted, and where your heart questioned if anything you endured truly mattered. Yet God never turned his face away from you, even for a second. In the same way that Enoch walked closely with God and was gently taken away from the ordinary world into something greater, there is a path unfolding in your life that may feel unfamiliar and even uncomfortable, but it is not meant to harm you, because it is preparing to reveal a deeper truth about who you truly are, beyond the struggles, beyond the labels, and beyond the limitations that others have placed upon you. Some things around you may begin to change slowly, and certain connections, places, or routines may not feel the same anymore. And while this may create a sense of uncertainty, it is actually a quiet sign that God is beginning to separate you from what no longer aligns with the purpose He has written within your soul long before you were aware of it. If this speaks to your heart, take a gentle moment and show your support by liking this video, because your small action can help this message reach someone else who is silently waiting for hope. There is nothing accidental about this moment, and nothing random about the emotions rising within you, because God works in ways that are soft yet deeply intentional, guiding you step by step, even when you feel lost or unsure of what lies ahead. You may not understand why certain doors have closed, or why certain relationships have faded away, but there is a hidden protection in those changes, and a quiet redirection that is leading you towards something far more meaningful than what you left behind. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel if you love God. Your identity has never been defined by your past mistakes or the opinions of others, and even though life may have tried to convince you otherwise, there is a truth within you that remains untouched and unbroken, a truth that God sees clearly and lovingly. He is not trying to take something away from you without purpose, but rather He is gently removing what is covering your true self, so that the real person He created you to be can finally be seen, even by you. There are seasons when God allows distance from familiar things, not as a punishment, but as a preparation, because sometimes the noise of the world becomes too loud for you to hear His voice clearly, and He lovingly creates space so your heart can rest and listen again. In that quiet space, something beautiful begins to happen, because your soul starts to remember what it always belonged to, and a sense of peace slowly replaces the confusion that once filled your mind. You are not being left behind, and you are not being forgotten, even if it feels that way at times, because God is working in ways that are not always visible, but are always faithful. He sees the deeper picture of your life, and He understands the timing that is needed for everything to come together in a way that will not only bless you, but also strengthen your spirit in ways that cannot be shaken easily. Just like Enoch walked in such closeness with God that his life became a reflection of divine presence, you are being invited into a deeper connection that goes beyond surface-level faith, beyond routine, and beyond fear. This connection is not built on perfection, but on trust, and not on performance, but on surrender, where your heart learns to rest in the assurance that you are deeply loved and carefully guided. There may be moments when you feel like you are stepping into the unknown, where nothing feels certain and everything seems unclear. Yet those are the very moments where faith becomes alive, because it teaches you to rely not on what you see, but on the quiet assurance that God is leading you somewhere meaningful and safe. Type 1010 if you agree. You are not losing your life. You are being gently led into the life that was always meant for you, one that reflects your true identity, your true purpose, and your true connection with God. Every tear you have cried, every struggle you have faced, and every moment of doubt you have endured is not wasted, because it is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more aligned with the truth that God placed within you from the very beginning. This feeling is not confusion, and it is not emptiness, because it is actually a sacred transition where God is carefully guiding you away from what no longer reflects your true identity and leading you toward a deeper understanding of who you were always meant to be. Just like Enoch walked so closely with God that his presence on earth became something different, you are also being drawn into a closeness that changes how you see everything around you. Most people ignored this strange 7-second exercise when they first heard about it. That changed when stories began surfacing from people who had paid off debt, upgraded their lifestyles, purchased new homes, and experienced unexpected financial improvements. A recently surfaced CIA document points to an unusual brainwave process that is rapidly gaining attention online. Reports claim that 4 separate neuroscience research teams examined the method and found evidence that it may help shift mental patterns connected to wealth, opportunity, and personal success. Those who once struggled financially now say, money seems to appear in ways they never anticipated. As interest grows, information about this method is becoming increasingly difficult to find. Click the link in the description and comments below to learn what everyone is talking about. There may be moments when you feel like you do not fit anywhere anymore, and that sense of being different might feel heavy at times. Yet it is not meant to hurt you, because it is revealing that your spirit is no longer comfortable in spaces that do not carry the presence of truth and peace. This is not rejection, but a quiet protection, where God is removing you from places that cannot hold the fullness of who you are becoming. In this process, you might feel alone even when surrounded by people, and you might wonder why your heart seems to be searching for something deeper than what the world offers. Yet this longing is not empty, because it is a sign that your soul remembers something greater. It remembers the closeness of God, the warmth of His presence, and the peace that does not depend on circumstances or approval from others. As you continue to move through this transition, it is important to understand that God is not taking anything away without purpose, because everything that is being removed is making space for something far more meaningful to enter your life. You are not being reduced, but you are being refined, gently and carefully, in a way that brings out the beauty that was hidden beneath layers of fear, doubt, and misunderstanding. There is a quiet strength growing within you that may not always be visible on the outside, yet it is shaping how you respond to life, how you see yourself, and how you connect with God in a deeper way. This strength is not loud or forceful, but it is steady and peaceful, allowing you to stand firm even when everything around you feels uncertain. God is teaching you to trust Him beyond what you can see, and this trust is not built in comfort, but in moments where you have no choice but to rely on Him completely. Even when answers are not clear and the path ahead seems hidden, there is a gentle assurance within your spirit that you are not walking alone, and that every step is being guided with care and love. There is also a healing taking place within your heart, one that reaches into places you may not have even realized were still hurting, and it is happening slowly and gently, so that you are not overwhelmed. God understands the depth of your pain, and He is not rushing your process, but instead He is holding you through it, allowing you to release what you have been carrying for too long. Sometimes the removal that God brings is not just from people or places, but also from old beliefs that no longer serve your growth, and from fears that once controlled your decisions. As these things begin to fade, you may feel uncertain about who you are without them, yet this is where the true revelation begins, because you are finally seeing yourself without the weight that once covered your identity. You are not meant to live a life shaped by fear or limitation, and God is gently leading you into a space where you can experience freedom in a way that feels both new and deeply familiar at the same time. This freedom is not about doing everything, but about being aligned with what truly matters and finding peace in the simplicity of walking closely with Him. Even though this journey may not always be easy, it is filled with a quiet beauty that becomes clearer with time, and every step you take brings you closer to a version of yourself that feels whole, peaceful, and deeply connected to God's love. Type yes to affirm. There will come a moment when everything begins to make sense in a way that feels gentle and reassuring, where you look back and understand why certain things had to end, why certain paths had to change, and why certain feelings had to surface. In that moment, you will see that nothing was wasted, and that every part of your journey was leading you toward a deeper truth. God is not revealing everything at once, because your heart is being prepared to receive it in a way that brings peace rather than overwhelm, and this preparation is just as important as the revelation itself. You are being shaped into someone who can carry what is coming with grace, understanding, and a steady faith that does not break under pressure. As you continue forward, there is a quiet invitation to let go of the need to control every outcome, and to rest in the understanding that God's plan for you is not uncertain or fragile, but strong and filled with purpose. This does not mean that challenges will not come, but it means that you will face them with a different kind of strength, one that is rooted in trust rather than fear. You are being drawn into a life where your identity is no longer hidden or misunderstood, but gently revealed in ways that feel true and freeing. And this revelation will not only bless you, but also touch the lives of others who are searching for the same peace and truth. Type 222 if you walk by faith. This shift is not something to fear, because it is a sign that your spirit is being aligned with a deeper rhythm, one that flows from God's love and wisdom rather than from pressure and expectation. Just like Enoch walked in such harmony with God that his life became a reflection of divine closeness, you are being invited into a life where your steps are guided by peace instead of confusion, and by trust instead of fear. There are moments when you may feel like you are being pulled away from the pace of the world, and this may create a sense of distance between you and others who continue in the same patterns. Yet this separation is not meant to isolate you, but to protect the sacred growth happening within you. God is creating space for your heart to breathe, for your thoughts to settle, and for your spirit to reconnect with what truly matters. What if the ability to attract greater wealth has been inside your mind all along? Newly revealed CIA-related research describes a brief 7-second routine believed to activate a little-known mental state associated with abundance and achievement. According to reports, the technique was reviewed by multiple neuroscience laboratories and is now being used daily by thousands of people looking to escape financial pressure and create a life filled with freedom, travel, and opportunity. Due to growing attention, access to this information may not remain available for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. In this quiet space, something very gentle yet powerful begins to take place, because you start to hear the soft whisper of God more clearly than before, guiding you not with force, but with love and patience. This guidance does not come with pressure or fear, but with a calm assurance that you are being led in the right direction, even when everything around you feels uncertain. As you continue to walk through this season, there will be times when you reflect on your past and feel a mix of emotions, because you begin to see things with a new understanding that was not available to you before. You may recognize patterns, choices, and experiences that once confused you, and now they begin to make sense as part of a larger plan that was always working quietly behind the scenes. God does not waste any part of your journey, and even the moments that felt painful or unnecessary were shaping you in ways that prepared your heart for what is now unfolding. There is a healing that comes from understanding, and this healing brings a sense of release, allowing you to let go of regret and embrace the truth that you were always being guided with care. Sometimes the greatest transformation does not happen in loud or dramatic ways, but in the quiet changes within your heart, where your thoughts become gentler, your reactions become calmer, and your perspective becomes clearer. This is where true growth begins, because it is not based on what others see, but on what God is doing within you. There may be a feeling that you are stepping into something new without fully knowing what it looks like, and while this can feel uncertain, it is also filled with a quiet excitement that comes from trusting that God is leading you into something meaningful. This trust is not blind, but it is rooted in the gentle evidence you have already seen in your life, where even in difficult times, you were never truly alone. You are being taught to walk with God in a way that is simple and real, without pressure to be perfect or to have everything figured out, because this relationship is built on love rather than performance. It is a connection where you are accepted as you are and gently guided toward who you are meant to become. In this season, there is also a deeper awareness growing within you, one that helps you recognize what brings peace and what takes it away, allowing you to make choices that align with the calm and truth you are beginning to feel. This awareness is a gift, and it is helping you protect the space that God is creating within your life. You are not being rushed, and you are not expected to understand everything at once, because God knows the pace that your heart needs, and He is patient with every step you take. This patience is not weakness, but a reflection of His deep love, allowing you to grow in a way that is steady and lasting. As this journey continues, there will be moments where you feel a deep sense of gratitude, even for things that once caused you pain, because you begin to see how they shaped you into someone stronger, more compassionate, and more aware of God's presence in your life. This gratitude brings a quiet joy that cannot be easily shaken. There is a truth being revealed within you, one that goes beyond titles, roles, or expectations, and it is showing you that your value does not come from what you do, but from who you are in God's eyes. This truth brings freedom, allowing you to live without the constant need for approval or validation from others. Even when the path ahead is not fully clear, there is a gentle confidence growing within you, one that assures you that you are exactly where you need to be, and that every step forward is leading you closer to a life that feels whole and aligned with your true self. Type 999 if you trust Jesus. There is also a quiet courage rising within your spirit, encouraging you to release what no longer serves your growth, even when it feels difficult, because you understand that holding on to the past can prevent you from stepping into the fullness of what God has prepared for you. This courage is not forceful, but it is steady, guiding you gently but firmly. As you continue to walk in this new understanding, you will begin to notice small moments of peace, clarity, and connection that remind you that God is near, and that His presence is not distant or unreachable, but close and comforting. These moments may seem simple, yet they carry a deep significance, showing you that you are being held and guided every step of the way. You are not becoming lost in this process, but you are being found in a deeper and more meaningful way, where your true identity is no longer hidden beneath layers of fear or expectation, but gently revealed in the light of God's love. Type 2020 if you trust in God. This inner awakening often comes with a sense of being misunderstood by others, because the changes happening inside you are not always visible to those around you, and they may not fully understand why you no longer respond the same way, or why your priorities have shifted so deeply. Yet this is not something to feel discouraged about, because your journey with God is personal and sacred, and it is not meant to be measured or validated by the understanding of others. A little-known discovery hidden within leaked CIA research is generating worldwide attention. The technique takes only 7 seconds and is believed to place the brain into a powerful state linked to financial growth and success. Researchers from 4 neuroscience facilities reportedly observed unusual effects connected to this process. Since then, people have shared stories of unexpected income, dream vacations, luxury purchases, and opportunities they never thought possible. Awareness of this method remains limited, and the page revealing it could vanish without warning. Click the link in the description and comments below to see why interest is spreading so quickly. As God continues to draw you closer, there is a quiet strengthening of your spirit that allows you to stand firm even when you feel alone, and this strength is not based on pride or resistance, but on a calm assurance that you are being guided by something greater than your own understanding. You are learning to rest in that assurance, even when your mind tries to search for answers that are not yet meant to be revealed. There is also a gentle release happening within your heart, where old wounds begin to lose their weight, and memories that once caused pain start to feel distant, not because they no longer matter, but because they no longer define you. God is carefully lifting those burdens from your spirit, allowing you to move forward without the heaviness that once held you back from fully experiencing His peace. In this season, you may find yourself drawn toward moments of quiet reflection, where you feel a deep connection with God that does not need words or explanations, because it is felt in the stillness of your heart. These moments are precious, and they are where your soul finds rest, where your thoughts become clear, and where your spirit is gently renewed. You are being taught to see life through a different lens, one that is not focused on fear or uncertainty, but on trust and hope, and this new perspective is changing how you respond to challenges and how you view your own journey. What once felt overwhelming now feels manageable, and what once felt confusing now carries a sense of purpose that you are slowly beginning to understand. Sometimes the path God leads you on may not match what you expected for your life, and this can create moments of doubt. Yet even in those moments, there is a quiet reassurance that you are exactly where you need to be. This reassurance does not come from knowing every detail of the future, but from trusting the one who holds it in His hands. There is a deep peace that begins to settle in your spirit when you release the need to control everything and allow God to lead you step by step, even when the path is not fully visible. This peace is not fragile, and it does not depend on circumstances, because it is rooted in the presence of God, which remains constant even when everything else feels uncertain. As you continue on this journey, you will begin to notice that your heart responds differently to situations that once caused stress or fear, and this change is a reflection of the growth that has taken place within you. You are becoming more patient, more understanding, and more grounded in a way that feels natural and effortless, because it is being shaped by God's love. There is also a deeper sense of purpose emerging within you, one that is not defined by external success or recognition, but by the quiet knowing that your life has meaning and value beyond what can be seen or measured. This purpose is not something you have to chase, because it is already within you, waiting to be revealed, in the right time. Even when you face moments of uncertainty, there is a gentle reminder within your spirit that you are not walking this path alone, and that every step you take is being guided with care and intention. This reminder brings comfort, allowing you to move forward with confidence, even when you do not have all the answers. There may also be times when you feel a strong desire to let go of things that once felt important, and while this may feel strange, it is actually a sign that your heart is aligning with something deeper. God is helping you release what no longer serves your growth, making space for something far more meaningful to enter your life. This process is not about losing yourself, but about discovering who you truly are beneath all the layers that life has placed upon you. It is a journey of uncovering the truth that has always been within you, and allowing that truth to guide your thoughts, your actions, and your path forward. You are being prepared for something that requires a strong and steady heart, and this preparation is happening in ways that may not always be visible, yet they are shaping you into someone who can carry what is coming with grace and wisdom. Every moment of growth, every lesson learned, and every challenge faced is part of this preparation. There is a quiet joy that begins to grow within you as you start to see the beauty in your journey, even in the parts that once felt difficult or confusing. This joy is not loud or overwhelming, but it is steady and comforting, reminding you that you are moving in the right direction. As you continue to walk with God, there will be moments where everything feels aligned, where your heart feels at peace, and where your spirit feels deeply connected to something greater than yourself. These moments are a reflection of the closeness you are building with Him, and they will continue to grow stronger over time. You are not being left behind or forgotten, but you are being carefully guided into a life that reflects your true identity, one that is rooted in love, peace, and a deep connection with God. This journey may not always be easy, but it is filled with meaning, and every step you take is bringing you closer to the life that was always meant for you. Type 1111 to receive miracles. There is also a quiet assurance growing within you that no matter what challenges come your way, you will be able to face them with a strength that does not come from yourself alone, but from the presence of God within you. This assurance allows you to move forward without fear, knowing that you are supported in ways that go beyond what you can see. Some are calling this one of the most remarkable wealth discoveries ever revealed. Newly uncovered CIA files describe a simple 7-second brainwave technique believed to help recondition the mind for prosperity and abundance. Supported by findings reportedly reviewed by 4 neuroscience research centers, this daily practice is attracting attention from people seeking financial breakthroughs. Many claim it helped them move from financial struggle to greater stability, freedom, and success. Information surrounding this technique is becoming harder to locate online. Click the link in the description and comments below before it is gone. As this transformation continues, you will begin to see yourself differently, not through the lens of past mistakes or limitations, but through the truth of who you are in God's eyes. This new understanding will bring a sense of freedom, allowing you to live with confidence and peace. You are stepping into a season where your life begins to reflect the truth that has always been within you, and this reflection will not only bring fulfillment to your own heart, but it will also become a source of light and encouragement for others who are searching for the same peace. Type yes to affirm. You may begin to notice that your understanding of yourself is shifting, and things that once defined you no longer feel accurate or complete, because God is showing you a deeper identity that is not shaped by your past or by the expectations placed upon you. This revelation is not overwhelming, but steady and comforting, allowing you to slowly embrace the truth of who you are without fear or doubt. As this awareness grows, there is a gentle realization that many of the struggles you faced were not meant to break you, but to prepare you for this moment of clarity, where you begin to see your life from a higher perspective. What once felt like confusion now carries meaning, and what once felt like loss now reveals itself as redirection towards something greater. This process of revelation often comes with a quiet separation from things that once felt familiar, and while this may create moments of uncertainty, it is not something to resist, because God is carefully removing what no longer aligns with your true path. This removal is not harsh or sudden, but gentle and intentional, allowing you to adjust and grow without feeling lost or overwhelmed. There is a deep peace that begins to settle in your spirit as you accept these changes, and this peace is not dependent on circumstances or external validation, but on the quiet assurance that you are being guided by God's love. This assurance becomes a steady foundation, allowing you to move forward even when you do not have all the answers. You may also find that your connection with God feels more real and personal than ever before, as if the distance that once existed has been replaced with a closeness that is both comforting and transformative. This connection does not require perfection or effort, but simply a willing heart that is open to His presence and guidance. In this season, there is a deeper understanding of trust that begins to take root within you, one that goes beyond words and becomes a way of living. You are learning to trust God not only when things are clear, but also when they are uncertain, and this trust is strengthening your spirit in ways that cannot be easily shaken. There may be moments when you feel a strong desire to step away from certain situations or environments, and while this may seem difficult, it is often a sign that God is guiding you towards something better. This guidance is not about taking away your comfort, but about leading you into a life that reflects your true purpose and brings lasting peace. You are being shaped into someone who can carry what is coming with grace, understanding, and a deep sense of peace. Even when challenges arise, there is a difference in how you experience them, because you are no longer facing them with the same fear or uncertainty as before. Instead, there is a calm strength within you that allows you to move through difficulties with trust and patience, knowing that they are part of your growth. There is also a deeper sense of purpose emerging, one that is not based on external success, but on the quiet understanding that your life has meaning and value beyond what can be seen. This purpose is not something you have to search for, because it is being revealed to you naturally as you continue to walk with God. You are being guided into a life where your identity is no longer hidden or misunderstood, but clearly seen and understood in the light of God's love. This revelation brings freedom, allowing you to live without the weight of expectations or the need to prove yourself to others. Type 1212 to claim miracles. There is a gentle courage rising within you, encouraging you to let go of what no longer serves your growth, even when it feels difficult or uncertain. This courage is not forceful, but steady and reassuring, guiding you to make choices that align with your true self and your path forward. As this journey continues, you will begin to see how everything is coming together in a way that feels natural and meaningful, and this understanding will bring a deep sense of peace and fulfillment. You will no longer feel lost or uncertain, but grounded and confident in the direction your life is taking. A brainwave technique once hidden from public view is now becoming available to everyone. Taking only seconds to perform, the method is being called a breakthrough by those who have experienced positive changes after using it. Experts suggest it may stimulate an underused mental center associated with prosperity and personal growth. Click the link in the comments below before the information disappears again. God is not only revealing who you are, but also showing you how to live in a way that reflects that truth, bringing light and encouragement to others who are searching for the same peace and understanding. Your journey is not only for you, but also for those who will be touched by your story and your presence.